KUNDAIZ Connection, Season 2, Episode 4. I'm sitting here with Maez301. I know him by sound, but y'all might know him as Maez301. About you was popping.
Thank you for having me.
It's a pleasure, it's a pleasure. I'm so happy you found a way to fit this in your tight, busy ass schedule. Let's talk about where you're from, where you grew up, and like how that area shaped you into you now.
Well, I was born in Flushing, Queens.
Okay.
And I lived in New York for about 7 years. And I heard a lot of music, you know what I'm saying? I was exposed to a lot of different culture in New York, even at a young age. So, you know, that's gonna affect me a little bit. And then I moved to Virginia. I lived in Norfolk for a little while.
Norfolk.
I lived in Norfolk for a little while. And then I moved to Maryland, and that's where I settled down in Montgomery County. I lived in PG for a little while before that. Capitol Heights, Greenbelt, Laurel. I moved around a lot. My mom was always trying to find the right place, and once she felt like this isn't the right place for my kids to be, we got the fuck. So we finally got to Mo County, and Mo County was, it's a little wild now.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? When I got out there, it was white kids running around with kites and shit, you know what I'm saying? It's not quite like that no more, but I moved to Gaithersburg in the 5th grade, and I don't know, you know what I'm saying? I would say definitely Gaithersburg shaped me. Because like Montgomery Village Middle School and walking to my high school with so many different types of people. You know what I'm saying? Costain was one of my homies for sure. That's your family. You know what I'm saying?
That's my older brother.
Yeah.
You know, that's how I know you way before, like when you was hooping. You know what I mean? Y'all used to fight over dumb shit. Like I'm talking about Costain get hot because you poured. You know, one time you poured like a whole lot of juice in a cup, and then you was trying to be sneaky and come around the corner, and Jimmy was like, "Cos, look how much juice this son poured." He's like, "Y'all got into it." And then you got mad at Jimmy for snitching. And it was a whole bunch of dumb shit that used to happen. I used to always get mad and put me in the little, what's this shit called, the Full Nelson? I used to make me scream, Uncle, I was hot.
You used to talk a lot of shit. We had to put him in a young age.
Look, man, I was having fun.
No, for real, we used to change stuff. It was a long time ago. I remember you being a baby. That's why it was weird, because I hadn't seen you in so long.
I know it's been forever. It's been
crazy. I was like,
wow.
It's like when you see the Rugrats and then you see after it's like full grown or whatever the fuck is going on. Like that's what
all
happened.
grown up.
Like,
That's
this
what
nigga's grown now. Like just seeing all of y'all for real. Like I remember all of y'all being really young. Like this nigga's 7 foot now. Like, fuck, this shit is crazy.
So how did you begin to rebrand yourself after high school? Because that's where I started to lose touch with you after you graduated. Because I know everybody started doing their own thing. You, Cos, and Marcus. Everybody was like all grown up by then, and y'all was starting to go in different directions. And I remember seeing your head dyed, and I was like, he dyed his hair blonde. I was like, what the fuck is he doing?
Yeah, I dyed my hair in high school. It's funny. I can't say exactly why I did it. I could say I was inspired. I would say like I've never been like a Chris Brown super fan, but I always was like inspired by his swag, Tiger, Big Sean. I was always inspired by their fashion sense, and I wanted to try it. I thought I could pull it off, and it was an interesting experience. It was a really interesting experience because I've never been somebody to seek attention.
Right.
But when it happened, I was moving throughout the school and stuff, and everybody was just like, for 2 weeks, everywhere I went, people were staring at me. You know what I'm saying? And it was just interesting getting used to that feeling. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think about where I'm going in my life now. It's like, I kind of experienced it in microcosms as a younger person, just expressing myself through art. And so it's funny that now there's going to be some everyday shit, you know?
And you know, you saying it's about to be everyday shit. Like, I'm talking about you was flying back and forth from Cali. I used to remember just seeing you on Instagram, just going back and forth, linking up with artists, linking up with a whole bunch of different type of people, you know, a whole variety of different people. Then you popped up with N9ne, and it was just like, the hell? Where did this come from? Talk about how y'all teamed up.
It's funny. I feel like it's all they're extremely divine how these relationships have come about. When I think about how they happen, right? People can say, oh, this person or that person did it, but all the glory goes to God when I think about it. But my producer had a relationship with my uncle who shared my music with him. I had like made a mixtape. I gave it to my uncle.
So this through family for
Well, essentially, yes, through family. I had made a mixtape. I shared it with my uncle. I didn't know what the fuck was gonna happen. I just said, check this out. You know what I'm saying? Tell me what you think.
Right.
And he just knew some people. He shot it around, and I got word from a guy in California named EP who produces for me now. He's done work with Kanye and The Game, and I couldn't believe it when the nigga was on my phone. I'm in the basement, you know what I'm saying, playing 2K, probably got, you know what I'm saying, 2-day-old draws on it. It was just regular life for me. I didn't know who the fuck I was talking to. I'm like, what? You're who? Right. You know what I'm saying? And the nigga was talking to me, and some people were expressing interest in creating, working. And so that didn't quite materialize. The EP was like, you come to California, follow my lead, we can make it happen. So I just took a chance. I didn't know this nigga. I didn't really know how I was going to survive in LA, but I was like, I don't have shit out here. You know
what were you doing prior before the music kicked in?
I mean, I started.
Got that before that call.
Yeah.
What were you doing then?
I was working a government job. You know what I'm saying? I was at Bowie State University for a year and a half pursuing a music technology degree. So everything I was doing was predicated upon pursuing this dream. Okay. Everything I was doing, even when I was working at my job, I was like, you know, I'm in the studio writing music. I mean, I'm in my job writing music on my time sheet.
24, right?
25.
25. Okay.
So this like when I was 16, I knew I wanted to do this, and around senior year, anybody that was close to me, I started sharing music with them. So they started to, you know, at least get an idea. When I left high school, I told my parents, I was like, I want to do this. I don't want to go to college. Luckily for me, I had the parents that gave me the privilege of doing that, not going straight to college, and nothing really happened. And so I just ended up going to college. It was either that, get a job, or go to the military, and I wasn't trying to do none of those. So I went to college, and I started really doing music there. And I just, you know what I'm saying, like, it was a lot of different variables that contributed to me dropping out. You know what I'm saying? I was busy fucking with girls, and I was always making music. I was learning more about music outside of the classroom, but all in all, I knew I wasn't supposed to be there.
I feel the same way, because I was in school for a little period of time, and I was learning so much about being a talk show host and culture outside of just being in school, and I was like, all right, you know, it's nothing against school, but it's just like, I feel like maybe my direction might be here. Is that how you felt? Like, all right, let me go this way instead, because I think I'm gonna be better on the outside rather than the inside.
I never really felt like I fit in school. When I looked at the people that were there, you know what I'm saying? Like, nothing against anybody that's in school, but it was just a different type. It was an essence or a disposition I felt like that I didn't care.
This was at Bowie?
This was at Bowie.
I know in high school that you was really respected and known like by a lot of people. That didn't carry on to Bowie, where like you brought that like. I mean,
I always had a energy about me, because I was never somebody that created any type of negative energy. That was never something that I carried.
That's what's unique about you. So.
And so I think that's what allowed me to move around in my life the way that it did, and I think that's what's going to allow me to navigate the music industry. That I don't look for acceptance. I stopped doing that a long time ago, because when I tried to do that, it created a lot of friction in my life. It created a lot of discomfort, and I never got comfortable being uncomfortable. I got more comfortable being comfortable, and I got comfortable being myself, right? Like, when I was looking for acceptance, I had the cool crowd around me, but they wasn't really fucking with me. There was this going on and that going on. And for me, I'm not that type of guy. I'm not gonna, if I have something to say to you, I'll say it to your face, and it's not on the, it's like, I'm just gonna be honest with you. That's what a relationship is predicated upon.
Communication.
Communication, and honesty. And for me to get around these people and think, oh, these are people I thought I wanted to be my friends. You know what I'm saying? Once who I really was came out, they were uncomfortable anyway. You know, so I was like, I'm just finna keep doing me, and whoever the fuck is around me is supposed to be around me. And it was consistently the people I wanted around me. Like, that's why me and him cannot see each other for so long, and it still be cool, because when I'm around him, I can still be the same guy I am when I'm by myself.
His moms loved you, my moms loved you, his moms loved you, the whole family loved you. It was so fucking crazy seeing you everywhere. Nigga, you came up to, I think you came to Hershey Park with us like a few times. We did some family vacations.
Yeah, we did some.
Like, it was a few trips that we did, you were there, I was like, damn, this shit real. But I'm like, hey, you know what? What do you have to say to someone that is trying to be accepted, like that has a different type of sound, but they're afraid to like show it?
I mean, whenever you're looking for acceptance, you're looking for something outside of yourself, and you may be able to grasp whatever you're looking for, but you will never be able to hold on to it.
Right.
And so I say that to say, whether you're looking to be accepted by a certain group of people, or you're looking to be accepted for something that you do, if it's not coming from your heart, you know what I'm saying? If it's not to fulfill a certain feeling within yourself, even after you accomplish whatever you accomplish in terms of putting out the music or getting around a certain crowd of people, you're still gonna feel like something is missing.
Right.
You're always gonna feel like something is missing.
Like you gotta fulfill something, like
you get it
for someone else.
Yeah, you get it, and then you're like, but why do I still feel this emptiness? You know what I'm saying? And for me, I just started to understand in my alone time that emptiness was a relationship I needed to build with myself. And once I started doing that, I started to see my life change in front of me. I started attracting people of a similar energy and of a certain approach, right? People like N9ne is the epitome of not being accepted.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And for that to be my role model, this guy is the most successful independent artist.
Correct.
Not in rap, but in all of music. And this guy is a phone call away from me. It's energy. It's energy. It's
just tells you you're on the right track.
It's like, you know what I'm saying? The internal work is the result. I mean, like it's like this is the computer and all of this is the computation, and it's like what you put in, you will get out. You will get out, and it's not a game of like trying to fucking like all of this shit is numbers. So if it's a number, it's a result. You know what I'm saying? And the result is what you're, you know what I'm saying, doing in here. And
are you a firm believer in what you put out is what you're gonna get?
Definitely. I believe in karma. I believe what you give is what you get. And at this point, I've seen so much in my life manifest, and I was only so conscious of what I was doing, what I was thinking, what I was giving.
Right.
So now I'm like, all right, if I really tap into this shit, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people, shit happens to them, and they're like, I never even knew this would happen. So imagine some shit happened to you that you knew was gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? Like imagine like people, like I had some people asking me, oh, you don't seem so excited you got signed and blah blah this and blah blah. I'm like, when you spend as much time as I have preparing yourself for something, praying for it,
it just comes in.
I'm not surprised. I'm more excited on the journey than I am at the destination.
Next.
You know what I'm saying? Right. Like being on the journey and knowing, okay, I know what I'm preparing for. Like I got these different shows that I in my mind saw. Like I'm about to do the StrangeMusic Festival June 1st. There's gonna be upwards of 30,000 people there. And I saw that shit in my mind years ago. Nobody knew who the fuck I was. I saw it in my mind.
Now it's coming to life.
And it's coming to life. And so now it's like, imagine what I'm thinking now. Now that I'm seeing this manifest. And all I did was think shit. I didn't have no music contacts, you know what I'm saying? I'm in my mom's basement trying to figure out, you know, I'm looking for a job and shit, you know what I'm saying? And
so it's safe to say that this perspective of yours from the beginning, before like the industry, is still the same. Like your perspective is still, I'm going here. Like I'm still gonna do above and beyond. I'm gonna still stand out.
I'm always gonna stand out because I feel like I found a way to tap into something that allows me to transcend formula. It's a way of thinking that a lot of people are uncomfortable tapping into. I'll tell you right now, I count my chickens before they hatch. Okay. I'll count them before they hatch. I don't care how crazy I sound. I will. You know what I'm saying? I tell people I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do that. Only because I was telling people what I was gonna do years ago and they laughed at me. They didn't believe me. They're not supposed to believe me. Most people don't believe in themselves, and that's why I'm so detached from what people think about me anyway. Most people don't really know what to think about themselves.
Shit, you gonna hurt a lot of people's feelings. Let's jump into the music.
I'm just trying to inspire people.
I feel you. And you're definitely inspiring people. You're gonna definitely have people come out their shell and, you know, do things that
that's the only thing holding them back.
Honestly. Let's talk about your name. Maez301. Mm-hmm. How'd you come up with that?
Okay, so the Maez was just this idea of who I am as an artist. Once you get to understand and experience my work, you learn that there's so many different avenues to it. It's not one sound. It's not one genre. I'm not even just a musician, you know. Like my hair is a creative outlet. The way that I dress, just life is art to me. People are art. Everything is an aesthetic experience, and that's how I absorb it. And life is amazing, so I just try to translate it back through my work. And then the 301 is just where I'm from.
Of course. Now let's talk about how did you, like when it came to signing, alright, that like official day and putting the pen to paper and all that. What was your thought process before that? Like, were you contemplating, or were you just like, I know this is what's right for me?
I had a good team around me. Mm-hmm. So long before I was even introduced with the opportunity to sign, we kind of knew that that's what we wanted.
Okay.
Again, StrangeMusic is the most successful independent in the industry.
Okay.
And maintaining an independent career, but having that machine behind me was important, because now I have the opportunity to tour as soon as the end of the year if I can put out the right work and create
It's going to be a North America tour, correct?
Definitely. Mm-hmm.
You plan on going to Europe or anywhere outside?
Oh yeah. They do Europe, they do Canada, and all of that. And all of that will work itself into my experience in the right time.
All right. Who were your influences when you were growing up? Like, who did you listen to? Besides N9ne.
I didn't really listen to like a lot of Tech-9 growing up, honestly.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying? I knew a couple records here and there.
Just as I did, you know, I was saying, like, I knew a few records here and there. But how did you, like, what was something that you put on every day? Like that you was putting on the 55 on your way to school?
Honestly, like I used to smoke a lot of weed, but my short-term memory is so bad. Honestly, I just listened to a lot of. If I liked something, I kept listening to it, and then I found something else. I listened to a lot of Ludacris when I was young, G Unit, like 50 Cent, Lupe Fiasco, Kanye, Drake. I used to listen to Little Brother from North Carolina. I love this this album called, I think it was The Minstrel Show or Chitlin Circuit or something like that. That shit was hard. That was classic music. I don't know. I just always been a Lauryn Hill, Erykah Badu. You know, I'm always been a sucker for melody. That's how I create my music. It's all melody driven.
Okay. So you saying that you get all the sounds from people that you listen to, like the melodies and the vibe. That's when you like. Let's say Erykah Badu and Lauryn Hill. That sound, that smooth feel that they give you. Is that what you're trying to give out to
Scott? I wouldn't say I'm trying to give a specific vibe that somebody may already be getting. I would just say, you know, as an artist, if you're honest with yourself about the way that you create, you know, you're taking from different places. Right. So I'll grab a little bit of Erykah, I'll grab a little bit of Drake, I'll grab a little bit of J. Cole, I'll grab a little bit of Nipsey Hussle, rest in peace to Nipsey Hussle. And what I do is I put all of that together and then I create Maez.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? It's the same way Basquiat was reaching and getting influence from Picasso and from Grey's Anatomy, you know what I'm saying? And then he made it his own work.
Correct. So let's talk about the single, Get 'Em. What was the creative process in that?
I was at home visiting family and I came back to Cali probably in January. I was home for the holidays and my birthday and shit. And my producer just played the beat and everybody was rocking to it. And he was like, yeah, I was going to get it to somebody, but I wanted you to hear it first. And as soon as I heard it, I said, nigga, I'm getting on it. I'm doing something with it. Like, that shit knocks. And so that record just came about. And then as a team, we collectively decided that would be a good first record.
Okay. Anybody that you look forward to working with?
Andre 3000, Frank Ocean, Coldplay, Travis Scott, James Blake, J. Cole, Rick Ross, Puma Blue. It's a lot of people, but at the same time, I'm cool with just making music by myself.
Right now.
You know, not really having nobody's name attached to my shit.
Okay. Do you see yourself working with any of the artists you just like? Like, do you see yourself like linking up with them anytime soon, or have you linked up with them at all? The ones you just named.
As far as the people I've named, I don't think I've linked up with any of them yet, and I can't, you know what I'm saying, predict the future. I know I'm gonna cross paths with these people. That's no question. But only time will tell, you know.
How did you enjoy your Shade 45 freestyle? The Sway in the Morning freestyle?
It was a lot of fun, you know what I'm saying? I got a little bit nervous, but Sway said it himself, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm not, like I can freestyle, I used to freestyle a lot, but I'm not King Los. I'm not trying to go to every radio station and do a fucking freestyle circuit, right. You know what I'm saying? I'm an artist. And so I just like to create.
Correct.
But you're not gonna go into Sway and not spit.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying? So I got in there and I had an idea of what I wanted to do, and then when that fucking light came on, that shit left me out to dry. But I think it happened that way on purpose because I think God knew specifically, like if I would have spit what I was gonna spit and would have killed it, the expectation at the next radio station is, hey, you gotta come here with that same shit.
Right.
But I'm glad at that moment I didn't say cut the beat, I'm not doing this shit. I gotta do something.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I got my OG behind me. He's been, Sway, you know what I'm saying?
You gotta be ready.
Him and Sway are homies, so it's like I gotta do something.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm glad for as much of my life, and you remember just freestyling, I at least had that in my back pocket where I could just do something. So I just decided to do a freestyle.
Man. Let's talk about the recent passing of Nipsey Hussle, and you know how that shook everybody. You know how his effect on the world, like his warm effect on the world, like how it touched us. Mm-hmm. What about that opened your eyes and made you you know, defer things?
I think what affected me the most about it was that just this idea that you never really, you can think, you know, like, you know, rest in peace to X. But when he passed, he, you know what I'm saying, he was speaking so much on death that I don't think I was quite as surprised when I found out that he passed as I was when I heard about Nipsey Hussle. And I only say that to say that I think we were all kind of stunned.
Yeah,
because
that Sunday, it was, I heard, when I heard the shots, and now I got on my knees immediately, and then it's like about an hour later, I heard something else, and I was like, Lord, like this, it threw my whole mind.
It didn't feel real.
Because we and him share the same birthday, so that's what's like, I was like, bro, like, and everything that he was saying, as far as like, let me give an example. Around the time they did they were talking about West Coast politics and checking in and stuff like that. He gave me the perspective on like weed smoking and stuff like that. Cause I used to feel like, all right, I'm smoking too much or whatever, and was like, I'm quitting. I gotta keep my mind, you know, on this level. I gotta move faster. I gotta be sharper. He said that in the interview about how people think they faster than they sharper than you. When you walk in the room, you have to. So that just, you know, shifted my whole perspective on that. Like I had to understand. All right, look, this is something it's something that you thought had power over you, but it doesn't have power over you. So it's not something you need to worry about. You know what I mean? And he made me realize that, all right, people are going to judge you just even off the way you look and the way you carry yourself and how you even smell or whatever. Let's talk about the style of music you make.
Well, I want to continue to highlight Nipsey for a moment. Just the way that it affected me, because when I listened to Nipsey, you know, he was a great influence on so many people, and I see a lot of myself. I saw a lot of myself in him, and just what I'm trying to do. Because for me, it's greater than music. And this, you know, he's influenced my music definitely. You'll hear a lot of his cadences in my music and stuff like that. It just makes you very conscious of what, like, there's a reason his death was so powerful and impactful, because he left an impact, he left a legacy, and so for me, just
he wasn't finished.
He wasn't finished,
exactly.
And so it's like, what are you doing? What are we doing? You know what I'm saying? And I think a lot of times about how I'm affecting my family and the people around me. It's like I haven't made, you know, any money yet. I haven't done anything to financially change the lives of the people around me. And I'm like, if I die tomorrow, I want to say that I affected your lives in a positive manner, not because I gave you some money that you could go spend and then it's gone. Right. I inspired you, I motivated you, I pushed you to face your fear. You know what I'm saying? And so seeing him pass just let me know that I got to continue on my journey, because that's the kind of effect I want to have on people when I leave.
Do you want to ever work into your community and like build stores and schools or whatever? Do you ever want to be active in your community? Or?
Absolutely. I feel like, you know what I'm saying, I'm, to the best of my ability, trying to be active with the platform that I'm creating now, just coming back and reintroducing myself to my neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? I haven't been around for a long time, and now that I'm back, I'm trying to do something to show the people around me that come from the same place that I come from and have access to the same amount of resources, limited resources, that innovation and the power of God will take you anywhere you want to go, but it's about trying to see outside of your community and outside of just the people that you hang out with. Once you start, you know what I'm saying, figuring yourself out on the inside and journeying this, the world opens up and you begin journeying the world. This is all a result of this shit right here.
Let's talk about your style of music. All right, you have a different sound than a lot of niggas I know. You have a way different sound. Explain your sound and like when you're in the booth. I know people probably be like, "This nigga sound crazy as hell." How is it?
That's a good thing.
I mean, yeah, of course. You want people to think you're crazy. It's not fun to be normal. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So when you're coming up with those sounds, like in Get 'Em, all right. There was a line that stood out to me. I think it was the first verse. Explain your favorite line in that song, in that scene.
I mean, simply put, maybe the opener line. OG told me to get him, so I told him that I got him. It's just, you know what I'm saying? The OG told me what he needed me to do, and I'm assuring him. You know what I'm saying? I look at the position I'm in, and to most people, it's a responsibility. For me, it's a privilege, because I'm not afraid. I'm not worried. I don't think I can't do it. You know what I'm saying? Tech Nine wants me to be greater than him. And he's the most successful independent of all time. To a lot of young niggas in my position, what I'm saying? I don't have no numbers or nothing. I'm building as I go. They would make me feel a little bit overwhelmed. But I've spent so much time by myself in my basement, telling myself I'm supposed to be here, that now that I'm here, I'm not going to waste any time second guessing myself.
Okay, how is it, have you performed live?
Yeah.
How is it performing live from, you know, performing, or doing a song in the studio or whatever?
I mean, it's a complete difference because the song is going to sound different in terms of,
Right.
But for me, I try to provide a certain energy live and in the recording where it's like, me and my homie, we listen to a lot of my music, and he said what's going to translate well for me is that I can carry that same cadence and that same sound live. Right. But performing live is a lot of fun. I'm very soft-spoken in real life. I'm very chill. I'm very, you know what I'm saying, to myself, to my people, you know what I'm saying? But when I'm on stage, it's a completely different essence.
What goes in your mind when you're on stage? You get jitters before, you just say, fuck it, and rock out?
Well, they used to be nerves, and now more than anything, I describe them as excitement. You know, I never am about to do a show and I'm just still, you know, not feeling anything.
Right.
I'm very passionate about what I'm doing, and not only that, I'm very grateful for the opportunity. And so, like, when I step onto the stage, I'm absorbing what was a dream at one moment. So it's pretty surreal every time, and as the crowd grows and as the audience grows more and more, my fan base, I don't know that I'll ever get used to that. I think that's easy to say now, you know what I'm saying? But we'll see. We'll see. I still haven't gotten to a point where like people are reciting my shit yet, but that's coming. And I think I'll probably cry the first time like the crowd of people is singing my shit.
What does the family think about the music?
The family thing? What do you
Your
mean?
family.
Oh, what do they think about it? It's been pretty special the way that my relationships with my family have been materializing since all of this has been materializing in my life. You know, I told you my parents wanted me to either go to the military or go to college.
Right.
And my dad, you know what I'm saying, he's a hard worker. I didn't see him a lot growing up because he was always working.
Right.
For him to come home, I'd be like, I'm making a mixtape. It's like, nigga, what? What the fuck do you mean you're making a mixtape? And so for him to see all of that's materializing, like, because I could have went to the military.
Right.
I could have got a job. But he knows me. He knows who I am.
He knows how you are.
And I think the respect that I've garnered from him.
So he fucks with the music now?
He's always believed in my music, but to see, you know what I'm saying, like to see,
now
you know, that I took a chance. Like they were very worried about me going to California, me really delving into this industry. It's not for the faint of heart.
Right.
And for them to see that it's definitely pushed me to grow up a lot faster. And I mean, at this point, like I said, I'm inspiring my parents now. You know, my dad wants to quit his job and he wants to start a business. And for that to be the result of me taking a chance, it allows him to look at me in a different light. And that's powerful because there's a relationship I think we all want with our parents. And for me to be working myself from a father-son, but into a man-to-man relationship, it means a lot to me, definitely.
And your sisters?
I mean, they can't believe it. My little sisters, they're 7 and 8. They don't know what's happening.
I know you got a twin though.
Yeah, my twin. She's a handful, but I mean, everybody's excited. Everybody's excited. I mean, just imagining what is about to happen, it's hard to really wrap your head around, but everybody has high hopes. And
do you plan on doing anything else besides music, like television, movies, you know, podcast? I don't know, anything out of music, outside of music. Do you plan on venturing into it?
Definitely, I want to get into painting and fashion and creative directing and directing music videos and writing skits and stuff. I mean, I want to do a lot of shit. You know, I'm always looking for a new creative outlet. But the most important thing I want to do outside of music is just, you know, just inspire people. Like, that's the most important thing on my journey. Like, if I die and I just die a great musician, I feel like I failed in my life. So I'm looking forward to God granting me the opportunity to have a platform where I can positively affect people.
Okay. Well, I appreciate you, my G. The sit down has been phenomenal. You know, you said so much. You're gonna spit something for us, right?
Nah, I don't rap for free.
You can't rap for free? Man, fuck out of here, oh, man. Well, I appreciate you coming to sit down. I enjoy you. You're always welcome. Anytime you're back home, anytime, just let me know. This setup was like crazy, you know how this shit was. But I had told everybody, I was like, look, it's time we gotta get this shit done. It don't matter what we do, everybody drop everything, let's get this shit done. I'm so happy everybody came out.
Definitely.
I appreciate everybody that slid through. I appreciate you sliding through.
Definitely, family.
For life, my G.
Yeah.
This is KUNDAIZ Connection. Season 2, episode 4. We're out of here, alright?
It's a wrap.
It's a wrap.
Can't rap for free?
I don't